It's time for us to embark on an exciting adventure, one filled with discovery, growth, and a future full of new possibilities. Are you ready to unlock something that could change your life? Yes? But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever wanted to speak with confidence? Have you ever imagined talking to someone in English without fear, without stopping, without searching for words? Picture it for a moment. Think about how it would feel to express yourself clearly, to be understood, to have people listen carefully to your words. How powerful would that be? What would it do for your dreams? Imagine walking into a room full of strangers from different countries. Everyone is speaking English. Now, you're standing there, maybe a little nervous. But instead of staying quiet, you smile, take a deep breath, and start a conversation. And guess what? They smile back. They listen. You feel proud, confident, and free. No more fear. No more hesitation. Just smooth, beautiful communication. Isn't that an amazing thought? Wouldn't you love to experience that? If you're still reading this, it means something inside you is curious. Something inside you wants more. And that's exactly why you're here. Because today we're going to talk about something very important in English talking practice. Why practice? Why English? And why is it so important? Let me tell you a little secret. English is not just a language. It's a bridge. A bridge that connects you to people, to opportunities, to the world. When you speak English, you can travel to different countries, meet new people, make new friends, and even find better jobs. It opens doors you might not even know exist yet. But here's the truth. No one is born perfect in English. No one starts as an expert. Even the best speakers once struggled. They made mistakes. They forgot words. They felt shy. But do you know what made them great? Practice. Just like learning to ride a bicycle, you need practice to speak English smoothly. Think of a baby learning to walk. The baby falls, gets up, falls again, and tries again. But the baby never gives up. One day, the baby takes a step, then another, and soon they're running. Speaking English is just like that. Every word you say, every mistake you make brings you one step closer to fluency. Every conversation is a chance to grow, to learn, to shine. But let me ask you, what is stopping you? Is it fear? Is it the thought that others might laugh at your mistakes? Let me tell you something important. Every single successful person you know has made mistakes. Big ones, small ones, silly ones. But those mistakes are not failures. They are lessons. Lessons that make you stronger, better, and smarter. Now imagine this: what if you didn't have to worry about making mistakes? What if you could speak without fear, without hesitation? What if every conversation became fun, exciting, and full of confidence? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I know, I know. You might be thinking, but where do I start? How can I practice? The answer is simple. Start small. Start today. Start with the words you already know. Start with a simple sentence like, hello, how are you? Start with a smile. Every small step counts. Every word spoken is progress. And here's another secret. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need big, difficult words. What you need is confidence. Confidence is the magic ingredient. When you speak with confidence, people listen. They don't care about little mistakes. They care about your message, your heart, your ideas. But where can you practice? The good news is you can practice everywhere. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Practice with friends. Join online groups. Watch movies in English. Listen to songs. Read aloud. And most importantly, don't give up. Keep going, even when it feels hard. Because every moment of practice brings you closer to your goal. Think about this. Every famous singer once sang their first note. Every great athlete once took their first step. And every fluent English speaker once spoke their first word. You are on that same journey. Your journey. And it's a beautiful one. Do you know what makes this journey even more special? It's the people you meet along the way. Imagine meeting someone who doesn't speak your language, but you both speak English. Suddenly you can talk, share stories, and understand each other. It's like opening a door to a whole new world of friendship and connection. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's take a moment to dream. Imagine where good English could take you. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's traveling to your dream country. Maybe it's making friends from all over the world. Or maybe it's simply the joy of being able to express yourself fully and beautifully. Whatever your dream is, English can help you reach it. So, what are you waiting for? The time to start is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Take that first step. Speak that first word. And remember, every word you speak, every sentence you practice brings you closer to success. Let me leave you with a thought that I hope stays with you. Your voice matters. Yes, your voice. Your words, your ideas, your dreams, they all matter. And the world is waiting to hear from you. So don't be afraid. Speak up. Shine. Because you are capable of great things. Are you still with me? Good. Because our journey has only just begun. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine something wonderful. Imagine a future where you can walk into any room, meet people from different countries, and speak with ease. No hesitation, no second guessing, just confidence. That future is waiting for you. It's closer than you think. But let me ask you this. What if I told you that speaking English can open doors you didn't even know existed? Think about it, opportunities you've dreamed of, and even some you haven't imagined yet. A better job, a chance to study abroad, new friends from all over the world, or even the ability to help others by sharing your knowledge. Isn't that exciting? Now, let's get back to where we left off. I know that learning a new language can sometimes feel like climbing a tall mountain. It's not always easy. Some days you feel tired. Some days you wonder if you're making progress at all. But remember this, every great journey begins with a single step. Every expert was once a beginner, just like you. And here's something important to keep in mind: progress is not about perfection. It's about consistency. Every single day you practice, even for 5 minutes, you are getting better. Every conversation, every sentence, every word you speak is a victory. And you should celebrate those victories, no matter how small they seem. Let me share a little secret about practice. It's not just about repeating words and sentences. It's about feeling the language. Imagine English is like a beautiful song. When you listen to a song, you don't just hear the words, you feel the rhythm, the melody, the emotions. Speaking English is the same. Feel it. Enjoy it. Play with the words. Let them flow like music. And speaking of music, have you ever tried learning English through songs? It's one of the best ways to practice. Songs teach you pronunciation, new words, and even how sentences flow naturally. Plus, it's fun. So the next time you hear your favorite English song, sing along. Don't worry about being perfect. Just enjoy the music and the language. Now, let's talk about something that stops many people from speaking: fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding silly. Fear of being judged. I understand. We've all felt it. But let me ask you this: when you learned to ride a bicycle, did you fall? Of course you did. But did you stop trying? No, you got back up and tried again. And eventually you rode smoothly. Speaking English is just like that. Yes, you will make mistakes. And yes, sometimes you might feel embarrassed. But guess what? Every mistake you make is a step forward. Every stumble is part of the learning process. And here's the best part: most people won't judge you. In fact, they'll admire your effort. They'll appreciate your courage. Think of your favorite athletes or performers. Do they always get everything right? No, but they practice, they improve, and they keep going. And so will you. Because you are brave. You are determined. And you have a dream to speak English confidently and beautifully. Let's talk about something magical: conversations. A conversation is not just an exchange of words, it's a connection between people. It's sharing ideas, stories, and emotions. And when you can do that in English, you unlock a whole new world. Imagine talking to someone from a different country and discovering that you have things in common. Imagine sharing your culture and learning about theirs. Isn't that a beautiful thought? But how do you start a conversation in English? It's easier than you think. Start with a smile. A smile is a universal language. Then, ask a simple question like, "How are you?" or "What do you like to do in your free time?" From there, let the conversation flow. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being curious, kind, and open. And don't forget the power of listening. A great speaker is also a great listener. When you listen carefully, you learn new words, new phrases, and new ways to express yourself. So, when you're having a conversation, take a moment to really listen. You might be surprised by how much you learn. Now, let's talk about one more thing that can help you on your journey: positivity. Learning a language is a journey, and like any journey, it has ups and downs. There will be days when you feel like you're not making progress, but remember this: every day you practice, you are growing. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. So, celebrate your progress. Celebrate every new word you learn, every sentence you speak, and every conversation you have. Be proud of yourself, because you are doing something amazing. You are learning a new language, you are opening new doors, and you are growing as a person. And now, let me ask you one final question. Are you ready to take the next step? Are you ready to practice, to grow, and to become the confident English speaker you've always wanted to be? If your answer is yes, then let's continue this journey together. Remember, you are not alone. There are millions of people around the world who are on the same journey, and together, we can achieve amazing things. So keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Now, take a deep breath. Feel that? That's excitement. That's the energy of possibility. The feeling of standing on the edge of something great. You're about to grow. You're about to change. And I'm here with you, every step of the way. Let's take a moment to reflect on where you are right now. Maybe you've just started learning English. Maybe you've been learning for a while but feel stuck. Maybe you're afraid you'll never speak fluently. But let me tell you something important: you are exactly where you need to be. Every journey begins somewhere, and your starting point is perfect. Why? Because it's yours. Your journey is unique, and it's leading you to a future full of success and confidence. Do you know what makes this moment special? It's the decision you're making right now. The decision to keep going, to practice, to improve. That decision, my friend, is powerful. It's the decision that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Let me share a story with you. There was once a young woman named Sarah. Sarah dreamed of traveling the world, meeting new people, and experiencing different cultures. But there was one problem: she didn't speak English. Every time she tried to speak, she stumbled over words. She felt embarrassed and frustrated. People would ask her something simple, and she would freeze, unable to find the right words. But one day, something changed. Sarah made a decision. She decided that she wouldn't let fear stop her anymore. She started small. Every morning, she would look in the mirror and practice saying, "Good morning." She practiced with her friends. She watched English videos. She made mistakes, but she kept going. And months passed, and something amazing happened. Sarah's confidence grew. She could have conversations. She could express her thoughts and share her ideas. One day she traveled to another country, and when she spoke in English, people listened. They understood her. They smiled. Sarah had achieved her dream. Do you see? Sarah wasn't a genius. She didn't have a special talent for languages. What she had was determination. And you have that too. You have the power to change your story, just like Sarah did. Now, let me ask you something important. What is your dream? Is it to get a better job? To travel? To make new friends? Whatever it is, I want you to hold on to that dream. Keep it close to your heart, because every word you practice, every sentence you speak, is bringing you closer to that dream. Here's another secret to success: enjoy the process. Learning English is not just about reaching a destination. It's about the journey. Every new word you learn is a victory. Every time you speak, you are growing. So, enjoy it. Have fun with it. Laugh at your mistakes. Celebrate your progress. And remember, it's okay to be a beginner. Every expert was once a beginner. Speaking of fun, have you tried talking to yourself in English? It might sound silly, but it's one of the best ways to practice. Talk about your day. Describe what you see around you. Pretend you're explaining something to a friend. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become. And soon, speaking English will feel natural, like second nature. Another great way to practice is by telling stories. Stories are powerful. They help you remember words, practice grammar, and improve your fluency. Start with simple stories from your life. What did you do yesterday? What's your favorite memory? Share these stories in English, even if it's just with yourself. And as you get better, your stories will grow too. And don't forget about the power of reading. Reading helps you see how sentences are formed, learn new vocabulary, and understand the rhythm of the language. Start with something simple, a short story, a children's book, or even an article online. Read aloud if you can. Feel the words in your mouth. Let them flow. Reading and speaking go hand in hand. Now, let's talk about something important: confidence. Confidence is the key to speaking well. And do you know what builds confidence? Practice. Every time you speak, even if it's just a few words, you are building confidence. And the more you practice, the stronger your confidence becomes. Think of confidence like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, use it often. Speak even when you feel nervous. Speak even when you think you might make a mistake. Because every time you do, you're training your confidence muscle. And soon, it will be strong enough to carry you through any conversation. I want you to imagine something. Imagine standing in front of a group of people. Maybe it's a group of friends, colleagues, or even strangers. You're about to speak. Your heart is racing. Your palms are sweaty. But then you take a deep breath. You remember all the practice you've done. And you start to speak. The words flow. The people listen. And when you finish, they smile. They understand you. You did it. You spoke with confidence. That moment is waiting for you. It's not a dream. It's a reality that you are creating with every word you practice. So, keep going. Keep speaking. Keep believing in yourself. Now, before we continue, I want you to do something for me. Take a moment to think about how far you've come. Maybe you've learned a few new words. Maybe you've had your first conversation in English. Whatever it is, be proud of it. You are making progress. And that progress is worth celebrating. And as we continue this journey together, remember that you are not alone. There are thousands, even millions of people around the world learning English, just like you. They are facing the same challenges, the same fears, and the same dreams. And together, we are all moving forward. If you're finding this helpful, if you feel inspired to keep practicing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because we're not done yet. There's so much more to learn, so many more exciting things to discover. And I can't wait to continue this journey with you. Let's continue this exciting adventure. Imagine again you standing at the edge of a new opportunity. Your future is calling, and every time you practice, every time you speak, you take one step closer to answering that call. Can you feel it? That quiet, growing confidence inside you? It's there, and it's ready to shine. Now, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the world is full of people waiting to hear your voice? People who want to learn from you, understand you, and share their stories with you. And the key to unlocking that world is already in your hands. It's your willingness to practice, to grow, and to keep moving forward. Maybe you're wondering, is it really possible for me to become fluent in English? Can I truly speak confidently? Like I've always dreamed? The answer is a resounding yes. Yes, you can. You have everything you need within you. And the best part? You're already on the path. Right now, in this moment, you're learning, you're improving. And with each passing day, you're becoming a better, more confident English speaker. Let's talk about something we all face: the fear of making mistakes. We've touched on it before, but it's so important that we need to dive deeper. Mistakes can feel scary, can't they? Maybe you worry that people will judge you or laugh. But here's a secret: mistakes are not your enemy. In fact, they're your best friends in learning. Think about this: every mistake is like a teacher. It shows you what needs to improve. It highlights areas where you can grow. And every time you correct a mistake, you get stronger. So, instead of fearing mistakes, welcome them. Embrace them. They are signs that you're learning, that you're brave enough to try. Let me tell you another story. There was once a man named Carlos. Carlos wanted to learn English because he dreamed of starting his own business. But every time he tried to speak, he felt shy. His words would come out slowly, and he worried people wouldn't understand him. But instead of giving up, Carlos did something different. He made a promise to himself: I will make at least one mistake every day. At first, it sounded strange. Why would anyone want to make mistakes? But Carlos understood something important: mistakes are proof that you are trying. So, every day, he spoke. He asked questions. He practiced. And yes, he made mistakes. But each mistake taught him something new. And slowly, day by day, Carlos improved. Today, Carlos runs a successful business, and he speaks English with confidence. His dream became a reality. Now, think about your own journey. What if, instead of avoiding mistakes, you embraced them? What if you saw each mistake as a step forward, a sign that you're learning? How much faster would you improve? How much more confident would you feel? Let me remind you, perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Every small improvement matters. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, brings you closer to fluency. And fluency is not about speaking without mistakes. It's about communicating your ideas, sharing your thoughts, and connecting with others. Speaking of connection, let's talk about something beautiful: the power of conversation. A conversation is more than just words. It's an exchange of ideas, emotions, and experiences. When you have a conversation in English, you're not just practicing the language, you're building a connection with someone else. And that connection can lead to friendships, opportunities, and unforgettable experiences. Think about this: every person you meet knows something you don't. They have stories, knowledge, and perspectives that can enrich your life. And when you speak English, you gain access to those stories. You can learn from people all over the world. You can share your own stories, your own culture, your own ideas. Isn't that incredible? Now, let's focus on a practical tip that will help you improve your English quickly: consistency. Imagine a plant. If you water it once and then forget about it for weeks, will it grow? Of course not. But if you water it a little bit every day, it will grow strong and healthy. Learning English is the same. Consistency is the key to success. You don't need to spend hours every day practicing. Even 10 or 15 minutes can make a big difference. The important thing is to practice regularly. Make English a part of your daily routine. Here are a few simple ways you can do that. Talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing as you go through your day. I am making breakfast. I am going to the store. It might feel strange at first, but it's a great way to practice thinking in English. Keep a journal. Write a few sentences every day about your thoughts, your plans, or your experiences. Don't worry about grammar or spelling, just write. Over time, you'll see how much you've improved. Watch and listen. Watch English movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos. Listen to English songs and podcasts. Try to mimic the pronunciation and intonation. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it will feel. Find a speaking partner. Practice with a friend, a classmate, or someone online. Speaking with others is one of the best ways to improve your fluency and build confidence. Remember, every small effort adds up. Every time you practice, you're planting a seed. And with time, those seeds will grow into fluency and confidence. Before we continue, take a moment to imagine your future self, the person you're becoming. See yourself speaking English with ease, connecting with people from all over the world, achieving your dreams. That future is not far away. It's closer than you think. And every step you take brings it closer. As we move forward on this journey together, I want you to remember one thing: you are capable. You have the strength, the intelligence, and the determination to succeed. And I'm here to support you every step of the way. If this journey is inspiring you, if you feel motivated to keep going, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's so much more to explore, and I can't wait to continue this adventure with you.